Emily. How are you? So today is going to be so much fun. I got three very fun books, my favorite books to read to you today. This is Pepper, my cat. I don't know if you guys remember him from the last time he jumped up in my lap. This is going to be a lot of fun. Hi guys. Okay, so for our first book, this book is called Miss Nelson is Back. And it's by Harry Allred. And Pepper's decided to stay with us for a little bit. We'll see how long he decides to stay with us. Those are my favorite books. It's really funny and sweet. Okay. One Friday, Miss Nelson told her class that she was going to have her tonsils out. "I'll be away next week," she said, "and I expect you to behave." "Yes, Miss Nelson," said the kids in 207. But recess says it was another story. "Whoa," said the kids. "Miss Nelson is away? We can hurry. We can really act up." "Not so fast," said the big kid from 309. "Haven't you ever heard of Vanilla Swamp?" "Who?" asked Miss Nelson's kids. "Miss Swamp is the meanest substitute in the whole world," said the big kid. "Nobody acts up when she's around." "Oh," said Miss Nelson's kids. "She's a real witch," said the big kid. "Oh," said Miss Nelson's kids. "I'll just bet you get the swamp," said the big kid. The big kid. Little kids. On Monday morning, Miss Nelson's kids were all in their seats. They were very nervous. Some of them had not slept all weekend. "If we get the swamp, I'll just die," one kid said. They heard footsteps down the hall. Slowly the knob turned, and the door opened. Who is it, I wonder? It was Mr. Blindsworth, the principal. "I shall personally take over the class," he said. Miss Nelson's kids were so relieved. But they soon learned that Mr. Blindsworth was not a lot of fun. That's the class. You have kids in the class? All morning, Mr. Blindsworth tried to assume the class with his corny card tricks. "Oh, brother," said the class. That afternoon, Mr. Blindsworth showed the class his favorite shadow pictures. This is kid stuff," said the class. And they showed what that is? It's a dog. You shut up with the dog. The next day, Mr. Blindsworth demonstrated his favorite bird calls. Oh my goodness. They were not a success. For 2 days, Mr. Blindsworth showed slides of goldfish. Lucy, that's a goldfish. This is Pet. Miss Nelson's kids had never been so bored. I think I would be too. While dusting erasers in the schoolyard, 3 of the ringleaders of 207 decided to discuss the situation. "Something's got to be done," they said. "We must get rid of Blindsworth." And they hatched a plot. After school, they painted and showed and borrowed some old clothes. And they practiced some very difficult stunt work in the backyard. Top of each other's shoulders. The next day, they weren't in class. "That's too bad," said Mr. Blindsworth. "They'll miss all the excitement." Mr. Blindsworth was about to show the class his collection of ballpoint pens from around the world when someone came to the door. Slowly the knob turned, and the door opened. Who is it? "Oh, look!" cried the class. "It's Miss Nelson is back!" Yay! A tall and lumpy Miss Nelson entered the room. Mr. Blindsworth was surprised. "You're back sooner than we expected," he said. The tall and lumpy Miss Nelson didn't speak. Said the kids. Her throat must still be sore." "Are you sure you're well enough?" said Mr. Blindsworth. "She's sure," said the kids. "Well, in that case," said the principal, "I'll be getting back to the office." "Nice to have you back, Miss Nelson," and they left the room. "Hot dog!" cried the class. "We got a Blindsworth! Now we can do just as we please." And at the stroke of 10, the class left 207, left the building. No one stopped them. They went straight to the movies. They saw the monster that ate Chicago twice. "This is really living," they said. Afterward, they went to Louis, where they stuffed themselves silly, but soon they made a serious mistake. I wonder what it is. Heading back to the school, they passed Miss Nelson's house. Miss Nelson couldn't believe her eyes. "Those are my kids," she said in a scratchy voice. What are they doing outside of school? And who was that with them? Miss Nelson telephoned Mr. Bonsworth to see what was going on. "You're not Miss Nelson," said Mr. Bonsworth. Miss Nelson is back." And he hung up. You can't fool me," he said. Said Miss Nelson. Something has to be done. And she went to her closet. See what she's gonna get. Back in 207, Miss Nelson's kids were spending an agreeable afternoon. Then they were pleased with themselves. "We should do this more often," they said. They did not notice the figure out in the hall. Slowly the knob turned, and the door opened. I wonder who it is. Let's find out. "My name is Vanilla Swamp," said the lady in a sketchy voice. "Yikes!" cried the kids. "The swamp!" "That's right," said Miss Swamp, "and I'm here to whip this class into shape. Get back to those desks on a double." The class did as they were told. The big kid from 309 was certainly right. Miss Swamp was a real witch. She knew to get results. The class did a whole week's work in no time. We shouldn't have gotten rid of blocks worth, they said. "Pipe down," said the Swamp, or just on something under a desk attracted her attention. It was a mask. "Aha," said Miss Swamp. "So that's your little game," and you tried it on the mask, just as Mr. Bonsworth entered the room. "Miss Nelson," said Bonsworth, "I'm of the opinion that someone has been impersonating you." "Oh," whispered the kids. "You don't say," said Miss Swamp. "Maybe just for some kicks, or kids kick a knep. I'm sure it won't happen again." And Mr. Bonsworth left. "And it won't, will it?" said Miss Swamp to the class. "Because the swamp will be watching." A minute later, Miss Nelson appeared. "I'm back," she said. "Hot dog!" cried the kids. "Are we glad to see you?" "Didn't you have fun, Mr. Bonsworth?" asked Miss Nelson. Said the kids. They decided not to mention Miss Vanilla Swamp. But they wondered why Miss Nelson hadn't seen her in the hall. Ooh, the end. Okay guys, so our second book is one of my favorite books. It is called If You Give a Mouse a Cookie by Laura Joffe Numeroff. Yeah, it's one of my favorite books. It has a series of books, so it's so much fun. Okay, here we go. I'll pepper my get off my lap now. I don't know. Okay. If you give a mouse a cookie. Ow. There's a mouse, a cookie. And there's a mouse. He's going to ask you for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin to get all the crumbs off his face and the milk. Then he'll want to look in the mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks in the mirror, he might just notice his hair needs a trim. So you'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. Those hair trim. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. Is it kind of nice? Come on. He may even get up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. I think I would too after sweeping every room in the house and mopping. He'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff up the pillow a few times. So you'll read him one of your books and ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he gets so excited all he wants to do is draw one of his own. I'll ask for paper and crayons. And there he goes. And you start coloring. He'll draw a picture. I think I'd draw flowers or hearts or something. I wonder what he's gonna draw. Ah, when the picture is finished. You see what it is? It's his farm. It's house. It's home. He'll want to sign his name with a pen. Then he'll want to hang his pictures on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawings and stand back to look at it. Look in the refrigerator or remind him that he's thirsty. So he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. The end. That's such a good book. I'll go to the next one. If you give a pig a pancake, she'll want some syrup to go with it. You'll give her some of your favorite maple syrup. She'll probably get all sticky, so she'll want to take a bath. She'll ask you for some bubbles. I should dive into the. When you give her the bubbles, she'll probably ask for a toy. You'll have to find your rubble duck. The duck reminds her of her farm where she was born. She might feel homesick and want to visit her family. I love that picture, it's my favorite picture. She'll want you to come too. She'll look through your closet for a suitcase. Then we'll ask, look under your bed. When she's under the bed, she'll find her old tap shoes. She'll try them on. She'll probably need something special to wear with them. There she goes. They go for some clothes. Special clothes. Fun clothes. When she's all dressed, she'll ask for some music. You'll play your very best piano piece. She'll start dancing. There she goes. Then she'll want you to take her picture. So you'll have to get your camera. We look crazy on this. Dancing. When she sees the picture, she'll ask you to take more. Then she'll want to send one to each of her friends. You'll have to give her some envelopes and stamps and take her to the mailbox. On the way, she'll see the tree in your backyard. She'll want you to build a tree house. That'd be fun. Tree houses. She'll have to get her some wood, a hammer, and some nails. When the tree house is finished, she'll probably want to decorate it. It looks like a barn. That's so cute. She'll ask for some wallpaper and glue. When she hangs the wallpaper, she'll get all sticky. Feeling sticky will remind her of your favorite maple syrup. She'll probably ask you for some. She's so cute. I love those pictures. And chances are, if she asks you for some syrup, she'll want a pancake to go with it. She's so cute. All these pictures. The end. That was so much fun. I love these books. So I hope you guys enjoyed them. I miss you guys very much. I love you. Bye.